guys, welcome back. FlossTube 10, and I'm Amy, because intros, yes. I don't have notes to remind me in what order I'm supposed to be saying the things. So if everything's all out of whack, that's normal. So, hi! Back from vacay. Why does it seem like vacays are always like forever long and forever short at the exact same time? Let's address the frog in the room first. My vocal cords. I sound like a dude. Do not adjust your volume. It's just me. So I've come to the realization that quitting smoking is a good thing. Staying at a hotel where there's a bunch of smokers, probably not the best thing. I don't know if that's what's messed with my vocal cords. Or perhaps because I'm such an introvert, I don't actually talk a lot on a regular basis. I yell a lot. I did not yell a lot on the vacation. But I don't talk a lot. So I think all the talking that we crammed into 4 days just messed with all of this. So hopefully my normal voice that I thought sounded like a dude comes back, because now I totally sound like a dude. And there's that. And don't worry, we will address the other elephant in the room soon. That comes with a story. Crafty wise, I didn't get nothing done. I tried so hard. So we took off. We picked up the kids at 1. I have my vacay notes. All the stories are there, people. All the stories are there. So picked up the kiddos at 1 when they got out of school. Pretty much took off from there. Got some gas, a little bit of food. Hit the road. About 2 o'clock, we were on the road, heading home. We got there at about 8:39-ish o'clock. We had a couple emergency potty breaks, but we got there safe and sound. We arrived at my brother-in-law's house and hung out with them for a little bit, and then left the kids with them. Took off to the hotel. Checked in, and then went to Fatburger because it's delicious. And I think we have one out here, but it's not anywhere near us because nothing is near us really. So hopefully the hubby, because we're still learning all the editing, is going to insert a photo here. And I hope I pointed long enough for us to realize that there's supposed to be something there. We'll find out what happens. You'll know as soon as I know, because he does all the editing now. And I'm so glad. Thank you guys so much for encouraging and leaving comments and all the nice things that were said about last video, because my husband had a blast editing that video. So he's going to be my new editor, which is fantastic. And he's having a lot of fun with it. So he just downloaded like a new program and like 780 gazillion different types of things that he can do. So he's going to have a lot of fun with that. So, intros. I don't even know what today's date is, y'all. Please hold. Where's my... Because today is September 26th, 2018, I think. Is today Wednesday? I don't even know what date it is. Okay, if this is Wednesday, it's the 26th. But if it is a Thursday, then it is 27. And I have to remember not to point, because pointing is what signals to my husband that I'm talking about something and he needs to insert something. So maybe he can insert the date here. It's either there or it's not. I don't know what's happening. So, okay. So, arrived there at about 9 o'clock at night. Dropped off the kids at the bro's house. Headed over to the casino. Got something to eat. We played for a little bit. Didn't do too bad. We walked in with 100. Left. At the end of the whole vacation, we left $100 down. Not that bad. Not that bad compared to what it used to be. So, that was that. We left the hotel at about midnight, went back, picked up the kids, hung out with the brother-in-law, the sister-in-law. His mom was there, staying with them. So we hung out with the 3 of them for a while, and that was awesome. Chit-chatted, caught up for a little bit, and then we all went back to the hotel. And Went to bed at about 2 o'clock in the morning, knowing that we had to be up at 7 because my son's buddy's football game was at 9, and it was all the way across town. So drove out there, met up with them, watched the football game. They lost. It was sad, but it's all good. So handed over the baby blanket. She loves it, which is fantastic because I'm making her more and I'm sending them to her. But that was the heaviest one, so I didn't want to pay shipping for that if I could just hand deliver it. So sent that one out to her. I'm going to make her a nursing blanket, possibly a couple outfits, things like that. So hung out with them, and then we were going to go back to the hotel, and there was a flippin' power outage. Whole casino was down for like an hour, almost an hour and a half. Now, just to try to backtrack so we can try to, not that I expect you to remember names because you don't have any faces, but my ex-husband's mother, who is still mom to me, I've known her since I was 14. She's still mom to me. She came down from Overton to visit with us, which is about a 45-minute drive to an hour drive. So she came down and rented out a room, and she was in the middle of playing a poker game when the power went out. And she sent me a message and was like, well, I'm glad I didn't hit the royal flush because the machine's malfunctioned. Apparently an awning got tangled in the power lines and took out like 30,000 plus people. That's insane. That's huge. So I text my dad real quick because my dad doesn't live too far from the casino that we were staying at. And I'm like, listen, we're supposed to be at the restaurant and I don't know if they're going to be able to cook because I don't know when the power's coming back on. So, and we were originally going to go to another restaurant called Gardunio's, which is at the Fiesta. So any of you who know Vegas, who might know all of these places, we were originally going to go to Gardunio's at the Fiesta, and there is a phone going off like crazy. And it's not mine. Anyways, so come to find out, that the restaurant's gone. It's like a mariachi. Oh my gosh. Please hold. Because apparently now, while I'm doing the video, is the time to bring up all the messages. It's been on this whole time. Anyways. Okay. Hopefully my phone doesn't go off because I forgot to turn it on silent. We'll see what happens. So, the restaurant we were going to go to is Gardunio's. It's completely gone. It's like a mariachi bar now. So, we had to change that plan because we planned that out last week. So then this week we're like, or when I talked to my dad, I'm like, okay, let's go to Cabo's, which is inside the Santa Fe, which is inside the hotel that we stayed at. Are we focused? I'm hoping that's focused. I don't even know what setting my phone is on right now because I was playing with it trying to learn all the different things and I don't know if I set it back to normal. Hopefully this turns out okay. So we ended up deciding, okay, let's go to Cabo, and power outage. I don't know if they're going to be prepared to cook, or if they're going to have food to cook, or how fast their food's going to go down, because I've never had this happen before. I lived in Vegas for 27, 28 years, and I've never had this happen before. And of course it would happen the weekend that we come out, because I have a way with electronics. I can destroy a whole power grid just like that. So luckily, we decided to stay at Casey and West's house for a little bit longer. My buddy Kelly, who's also a YouTuber. Her name is Ambulance Girl 77. If you want to watch anything like Papercrafty, she's your girl. So we went and decided to go hang out with her because it's not like we could go back to the hotel. Can't get in the rooms. People were locked in elevators. It was like, geez Louise, this can only happen because I'm staying there. Anyways, so I ended up going to Starbucks to meet up with Kelly for a little bit. Got done hanging out with her and I got to chit-chatting about, you know, things and how is life and catching up. And the thing that I love about Kelly, though, is that, like, her and I may go a long time not talking, whether it's Instagram, Facebook. Are we on anything else together other than YouTube? I'm not sure. But I know those three things we've connected and we've chit-chatted and we've private messaged or whatever. But we also have each other's phone numbers, and we are both introverts, and we can both go an extremely long time without talking to each other, and as soon as we see each other, it's like I just saw her yesterday. She's an amazing, amazing person with a heart of freaking gold. I love that woman. And it's the same way with my friend Kelly, or Kimmy, that I also met here on YouTube. Her and I can go a week or two without chit-chatting, and we'll FaceTime each other on Facebook, and it's like we just talked yesterday. Because you just build those type of relationships. So it was really good to see her, even though it was short-lived. She's also a foster mom, like kitten stitcher. So she fosters a lot of babies, and she has, I think, 3 babies right now that are, I mean, like, that big. They are itty bitty. So she's feeding them like every 2 or 3 hours, and they are super cute. So met her, power outage at the hotel. Power went back on about an hour and 15, hour 20 minutes later. I got a text message from Melinda going, "Hey, I'm playing again." I was like, "Oh, thank goodness, because we can come back home, or to the hotel." You know what I mean. So I text my dad back, and I'm like, "Okay, we're back on for Cabo because power is back on. Hopefully everything's good, and we're good to go." So Melinda asked if she can come eat with us. My dad was like, "Absolutely, of course." So we all went to Cabo. Now we used to live right up the street from this casino. We used to go to Cabo, I don't know, once, twice a week. Hubby and I, we would go on a date night, and that's where we would go. We loved to go to Cabo. I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was new management. I don't know if the cook fell asleep. I don't know if people were frustrated because the power went out. I don't know what happened, but we all sat down. We all ordered our food. I just wanted a house salad. My anxiety was really high, and I'm still kind of fluffing down from that. But, oh, it's so good to be home. I'm kind of fluffing down from the high anxiety levels and everything else, and I asked just for a regular house salad. My husband asked for like a chili verde burrito type thing, and Brianna said she wanted to try it too. Jonah just got a bean and cheese burrito. Scarlett got chicken fingers. Melinda got chimichanga with no rice. I don't even remember what Alyssa ordered. And then my dad got chicken fajitas. So my dad ate, and Alyssa ate, and Jonah ate half his food. And that was it. They brought out this plate for the... Now, I don't know what chili verde... like what it looks like by itself. I don't know. But it was supposed to be a burrito, which usually involves the wrapping of a tortilla. If you guys have sensitive stomachs, plug your ears. This crap looked like dog puke on a freaking plate. There were like 4 or 5 chunks of God knows what with green sauce poured over it. It looked like somebody puked in his plate. That's what it looked like. And I'm like, what the heck is that? And my husband's like, I have no idea. I thought it was a burrito. Maybe I read it wrong and I ordered the wrong thing because I have no idea. I ordered a house salad, and I got this huge plate with all the stuffs, with the steak and everything they could put into a Mexican salad, like a taco salad type thing. And then underneath it was a tostada. And I'm like, this is a tostada salad. This is not what I asked for. My son got about halfway through his burrito and started to feel sick. It's a bean and cheese burrito. The only way you're getting sick off one of those is if that food's been left out far too freaking long, or because of the power outage, they didn't dump the crap that went bad and cooked him new stuff. Scarlett couldn't eat her chicken fingers. Now, mind you, she just lost a tooth literally the day before we left. And her other side tooth is loose. Like, I don't know why she hasn't pulled it out type loose, okay? Her chicken fingers were so... It was like a strip of freaking chicken and batter. It was like they took a ball of wet batter and deep fried it and handed it to her and said, here, eat this. You couldn't hardly break it apart. And Scarlett was like, Mommy, I don't mean to be rude, but I can't eat this. This is way too hard for me. I'm like, okay. So we were trying to get her a bean and cheese burrito, but then she saw her brother was starting to get like nauseous from it. So she's like, I'm not eating that. So she didn't eat. Melinda, who isn't supposed to eat rice, had rice all throughout her chimichanga, all like on the side of her plate, and we're just like, are you freaking kidding me right now? So the manager comes over and was like, oh, well, I'm sorry, we'll try to fix it, And she's like trying to fix everybody's food, and we're like, dude, we've all lost our appetites at this point, especially seeing my husband's plate. And then Brianna found a piece of hair in her freaking food. We're all like, nope, we have no appetite. We're done here. She's like, well, what do you want me to do about it? My husband's like, I'm not paying the freaking bill. That's what you're doing about it. And she's like, fine. And she takes her receipt and walks off. And I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me right now? So the one thing that my husband and I have learned over time is that it's just better for him to deal with the craziness and because he's a lot more mild-mannered than I am. Because I was about to lose my shit. You want me to pay $75 plus 18% gratuity for a freaking meal that nobody ate? Are you kidding me right now? And then you want to get huffy-puffy with me because y'all can't cook anymore? Like, I don't know if it was new management. I don't know if it was a new head chef. I don't know what was going on, but we will never step foot back there. It would take a lot for us to be like, okay, let's try it again. Because that was ridiculous. Speaking of hair, my cousin Haley, or my niece, she's my niece, it's kid's cousin, my niece, is freaking amazing. But what's even more amazing are those. These are called Bloody Gorgeous. They're from the Halloween sets. Again, can I get all of them in there? The red, the black. Will we focus? I don't know. It's another gloomy day here, guys. I'm hoping you guys are seeing those as pretty as they are because they don't seem to be coming up as gorgeous as they are. The red and the black ombre with the glitter. Bloody gorgeous, and they match my hair. It's freaking awesome. They match my hair. Check that out. What? Yes. Yes. So, bloody gorgeous. I checked online last night. The Halloween sets are still being sold, so if you want them, get them. I got my first ones in. I'm hoping that the next set is coming this week because they are really, really backlogged because we had a really, really good response to the Halloween sets. So this one is, I couldn't wait. Sorry. They were in the package as of last night, and then I took them out and I put them on. And if you look at my Instagram, you can see my toes in the background. I know some people don't like to look at feet, so I kind of blurred them out in the background, but you can see that these are also on my toes, so I got a mani-pedi. So, bloody gorgeous because I couldn't wait. These are Bugs and Kisses. Oh, I gotta play Peeping Tom. Please hold. We must return to our game. So, because those are freaking awesome. And then Orange You Scared. Scarlett's dying to put those ones on. And then these ones are Ghostess with the Mostess. Because those are cute. And in the next set, I'm getting the pumpkins. And the glow-in-the-dark ones. Because I thought I didn't need them. And then I realized I needed them. So, I'm going to split those with Scarlett so she can show them off at school. Okay. So now that we've gotten over the drama. I mean, that was like the most drama for the entire weekend. Which is a lot decent. A lot more decent than I thought it was going to be. Because we're in Vegas and it's like... And people don't know how to do four-way stops out there. Just throwing that out there. I don't think we ever really knew how to do a four-way stop out in Vegas. But it seems like it's gotten a lot worse. Okay, so Cabo, $75 for the freaking meal. And they wanted us to pay 18% gratuity. We saw the waitress when she took our order, and then when we asked for the manager. And then she disappeared. Gone. So, didn't end up paying for that meal. I hung out with my dad in the hotel room. Jason went down, played for a little bit, gave me and Daddy some time together, just to chit-chat and hang out and see how he's doing. And he's doing okay, which is good. He's lost quite a bit of weight, which I'm so proud, because he just got diagnosed diabetic. So I'm really proud of him that he is doing what his doctor is telling him to do for the most part. If you met my dad, you would know that him taking any instruction from a doctor and following it is miraculous in itself. So, he's lost a little bit of weight, which is fantastic. His face is thinned out a little bit. His stomach isn't such a big pillow. It's gone down a little bit. It's a little more on the flat side. So, I'm really, really proud of him. He's done phenomenal. While I was hanging out with my dad, the kids were all hanging out in Grandma Minnie's room and hanging out with her because she brought them a whole box of toys and stuff because she's grandma and that's what she does. So she took them for a little while and hung out with them and got her kicks in with them, and that was a lot of fun. Scarlett had to call me to let me know that she got some Barbies because she's just cute like that. And then we went to bed at about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning because that seemed to be our niche of when we had enough of the day. Knowing that we had to get up again early, 7 o'clock, people taking showers, brushing teeth, getting dressed. There's 6 of us, 1 bathroom. It makes you grateful for the little things because we have 2.5 baths in this house. So my teenage daughter share one, the hubby and I, and the 2 little ones share. I hear S'more yelling because she's been at my hip. I'm so sorry. Please hold, because I have a feeling she's trapped outside and she's going to get upset. Well, come on. Did they lock you outside? You weren't supposed to be locked out of the room. Come on. Okay, because we shut the bedroom door because the kids are all home and they're all loud and rowdy and a crazy bunch of people. So, apparently they thought that meant she had to be locked outside too. And she's been glued to my hip because she's freaking out like, where the hell have you been? You left me with the crazy old lady who is the crazy old lady, my mom. Okay, so she was supposed to be my mom's cat, Rabbit Trail. She was supposed to be my mom's cat, but apparently the only job my mom is supposed to do is feed her and clean her litter box. Other than that, she doesn't want nothing to do with her. She's my cat. So, I got home and I had to listen to 20 minutes of her in my face howling at me. Like, telling me her whole life story about the last 4 days and what adventures she's had and how mad she is at me that how dare I leave her with the crazy lady. So, she's been up my tush the entire time. And we've missed her too, because, you know. I actually woke up Saturday at like 3 o'clock in the morning thinking subliminally that she had jumped on the bed and scared the crap out of me. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not even home. That's not possible. So that should tell you how often she jumps in my bed and wakes me up and scares the crap out of me while I'm sleeping. So much so that when I'm not in my own bed, I still think she's there to jump on the bed and scare the crap out of me. Anyways, I hope that was the rabbit trail we were on. Is that the rabbit trail we were on? I hope so. If not, we got on a whole different one. So, went to bed. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Got up at 7, thinking we were going to eat at noon. We did not eat at noon. We got the food at noon, but it wasn't prepared to be cooked until later, which we did not understand that message. Whoa, there she is. Hi, S'more. Okay. I was ready for it this time. I knew she was coming. So we went there and we hung out and we're like, okay, well, we haven't eaten anything because we didn't eat dinner last night because it was crap, and nobody ate breakfast this morning because we knew what was coming. So my brother-in-law Jared and my sister-in-law Lori have like this perfect mathematical setup when it comes to serving a crap load of people and making sure everyone still gets their food when it's nice and hot. So my brother-in-law Jared mans the grill, and Lori is the one who sets up like the plates and everything else. She's like all up into me right now. I hope you guys don't mind because it is what it is. Anyways, so they man their stations. So Jared's other half, Janelle, and she was slicing bread and I was laying out the cheese. So we had a whole system going on how to, because there was my brother-in-law Jared, his other half Janelle, my brother-in-law Dave, his wife Lori, their 3 kids, technically 5 kids, because Samantha and Haley were there, and then Samantha's youngest, her daughter, we were all there. So that's, hold on, wait, pause. I just confuzzled myself. So there's 6 in my clan. Then my brother-in-law Jared and his girl. Then Mom. Then Dave and his half, Lori, their 3 kids, 11, 12, 13, 14. Haley, 15. Samantha, 16. Little one, 17. 17 people that we had to get fed in a timely manner. So the way we did it last time we did this, we set all the kids up and had them eat first, because by the time us adults' food was ready, the kids were packing up their stuff and going back up to play. And it worked out just as beautifully this time around. We started with the youngest, because the youngest always eats the slowest. So the youngest ones ate first. Then the next group of kids were coming in as the younger ones were leaving. As the older kids were leaving, the first set of adults were coming in. There's a system to our madness, and it worked out beautifully. So they make these like Phillies, but the meat is from the butcher, and they chop up all these vegetables, and you get all the options and all the goods and all the toppings, and it's freaking phenomenal. And I look forward to that every single time we go back. That now it's going to become like, I don't know if they know this yet, but it's going to become like a family tradition that when we come out, this is the meal. Because the sandwiches are like, I'm not kidding, they're like as big as your face. They're stuffed, and they're huge, and they're freaking delicious. Like, that one meal that I ate over there held me over for like the next day, because they're so good that you don't want to stop eating, even though you should have stopped about 20 minutes ago and you feel like you're about to explode, but you have one more bite on your plate, so you have to finish it. They're that good. So, hung out with them, watched some football, Packers lost, BS calls, enough politics. Moving on. So, my sister-in-law Lori, unfortunately, she's a manager of a beauty shop. Not a beauty shop, a wedding boutique. So she sells wedding dresses and stuff like that. And my niece Haley is also working with her right now. So they went to work for a little while, which kind of sucked. But, it's life. 'Tis life. It happens. They were able to come back. We were still there. We were still able to hang out and have a good time. So they went to work. Samantha was already at work, which is my other niece. And she came home at about like 8 o'clock. Haley and I were talking. Now, Haley is the genius behind all of this. Because her and I were talking about, because she is getting ready to do her bar exam in October. And she's going to freaking nail it, because she's freaking awesome. And this is definitely where the industry she is meant to be in. She is just that good. But her and I were talking about how, my whites were growing in, and it was time for me to dye my hair, and blah, 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 and all that fun stuff. And she's like, well, I'll do it for you. And I'm like, wait, you will? She's like, yeah. Why not? I'm like, holy crap, I'm going to get my hair dyed right now. And it's going to be freaking awesome, because I know she speaks hair. So she's going to know exactly what I want when I tell her what I want, and she's going to understand. I'm super excited. So we ran over to Sally's real quick. It was like, this is how I want a dark base with red streaks. Like flaming red streaks. That's what I want. And she's like, I got you. Bought what she needed. I paid for it. We bought what she needed. We went home and sitting there, and we're like, okay, first though, we need to eat, because I haven't eaten. She was hangry. So we were all like, let's get some food in our stomachs. Let's chillax for a little bit, and then we'll go from there. And then she did my hair, and I about shit a brick, y'all, because this is freaking phenomenal. This is exactly what I wanted. The peekaboo streaks with the red flaming. Look at that one. I love that streak right there. Love it. She's a freaking genius. And I told her, I said, I hope you don't mind, but every year when I come out, you're going to have to reset all this hot mess, because this is what I want. And she's like, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. I'm like, sweet. And if you ever come out to Arizona, you have a place to stay, but you got to mess with this hot mess, because yes. Just, yes, I freaking love it. She even sent me home with some dye so I can keep touch on it on myself. Because I know how to do it. It's just harder to do it on myself than it is to do it on someone else, if you know what I mean. So she gave me little tips and tricks on how I can do it myself and how to keep my base, and I'm in love. I'm just so in love. And to me, it's me. It's spunky, and it's crazy, and it's random, and it's me. I'm loud when I need to be. And if I put it all up, it looks pretty mild. So if you see that, like, it's nice and quiet. But when you take it down, it's nice and loud, just like me. So it's perfect. I love it. Absolutely love it. When she gets into a salon, if y'all are in Vegas, I will figure out where she's at and recommend you straight to her, because she is just that damn good. She's good. I freaking love her. I love her even if she didn't do my hair. I still love her. But this was a big bonus, because I have been dying for someone to do my hair the way I freaking want it done. Because the last time I asked for it to get done, the lady did just my crown in red and left the rest of it dark, which was so not what I said. So not what I wanted. Anyways, So, this is freaking awesome, and I freaking love it. And it looks a lot brighter in the sun. Check that out. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to stop obsessing about my hair now. I feel like Steph from Pam and Steph when she gets her hair done. I get it. I totally understand because it's freaking amazing. All right. So, and amongst all that, rewind just a little bit. Before we saw Kelly, I went and saw my old boss, Joe, who I absolutely love and adore. So he was working, unfortunately. Someone called out sick, so he had to go in. The sadness of working at the Walgreens. But, so he had to go in on a Saturday to go work and take in his truck and all that fun stuff. So we stopped in real quick to say hi to him. And then we had to leave him so he could go back to work. And then hanging back out with, because I just saw my side notes, sorry. Hanging back out with all the bros and the sister-in-laws and all the stuff. My brother-in-law, Dave, I fucking love that man. I just do. Sorry. I do. They made his sandwich. We found the biggest loaf of bread that we could find. And it was like this freaking big. I should have taken a picture of it. It was like this freaking big. It was like this tall. And he ate it all. Dude, that man should be in like eating contests because he is phenomenal. I don't know how he packs it. Because he's not like a big booth dude. He's kind of, I mean, he's not skinny, but he's not thick either. But that man could pack it. Packed it. Totally packed it and then was like, oh yeah, by the way, I need crab salad. I'm like, oh my god, I miss eating with you. Because we all clean our plates. So, there was that. And then Haley also did my mother-in-law's hair. She did just the darker burgundy part in her hair. And it turned out super cute because you could see the little specks of purpley burgundy poking out of her head. And she's, she's a little bit older and she was a little concerned. She's like, don't you think this is going to look a little silly on me? And I'm like, girl, no. You only live once. You're going to freaking look phenomenal in it. You'll be fine. So I hope that she likes it. I haven't heard anything yet, but from what she saw of the little peek, she seemed a little nervous. But I think it looks good on her. She'll be fine. It looks good. So there's that. Then we went back to the hotel after all of that. We left at like 11:45, I think, and we got back to the hotel 11:30, quarter to midnight, somewhere in there. So Melinda came up because she only rented the room for one night. And then she came up and hung out with us and slept in our room the next day. Well, that night, Sunday night. And so she hung out with us and her and I were chit-chatting and talking. And because it's been a while since her and I have seen each other face-to-face too. So her and I were talking about, how she's doing. She's moving from Fernley to Overton and trying to get all of that stuff together. And it was just really good to see familiar faces that I haven't seen in a while. Like, I've talked to them, I've texted them, but to physically hold them and just be like, I missed you, I love you, that sort of thing. So yeah, her and I hung out and just chit-chatted for a while, and then we packed up that night, so that way it wouldn't be an, oh crap, what did we forget, what did we leave behind, because I hate that feeling. So we had all the kids pack their stuff up before we left, and then took off first thing in the morning, grabbed some antifreeze for the car, or for the van, went over to a place called Baby Stacks, I think it was called, I think it was Baby Stacks. I met my old boss, Tom. Oh my god, he looks as handsome as always, and he's so funny because I don't think that man's ever going to age a day, ever. I look older and older and older, and that man still looks exactly the same, except for the peppers slowly dwindling out of his hair. It's a little more salty than it was last time. But he's doing really good. He's a real estate agent. He's enjoying it, which is great. It was nice to see him and my husband talking and not stressing about retail because they're both out of the industry. Went to the Grand Canyon. So now our mission is to hit all the sides and see all the different areas to come into the Grand Canyon because we went through the south side. And I mean, we only saw like a glimpse of it. So hopefully the husband will insert photos here or across the whole thing of the Grand Canyon. As for my stitching, now let's be honest, whoops, the ghost and this part I did last night. The windows getting filled in and this part is all I got done. That's it. I saved it for the end because it's literally all I did. I didn't read. I didn't stitch. I mean, that was just in the car. So, there's all my stories. there was our vacay. I hope you don't mind that I label it a floss tube when that's all I showed you. But we'll get back to regular programming next week. And hopefully the hubby has tons of fun, because this video is going to be 35 minutes and some seconds long. And I'll see you guys next week.